Prolonged exposure to extreme heat and humidity, or heavy exertion in a hot environment, can cause heat illnesses. These are heat cramps, heat exhaustion, and heat stroke. Heat cramps are painful muscle cramps, usually in the legs and abdomen, caused by losing too much water and salt through sweating. Heat cramps are usually caused by heavy exercise or physical work in a hot environment. They are not serious and may be reversed by first aid. The casualty will complain of cramps and show signs of excessive sweating, though in a dry environment the casualty may not seem to be sweating because the sweat evaporates quickly. First aid for heat cramps means replenishing the casualty's fluids and electrolytes. Place the casualty at rest in a cool place and give water or sports drinks with electrolytes and carbohydrates. They can have as much as they want. If the cramps don't go away, the casualty needs medical help. Heat exhaustion is more serious than heat cramps. The casualty is suffering from shock because they have lost so much fluid through sweating. Circulation is also affected because the blood flows away from the major organs and pools in the blood vessels just below the skin. Signs and symptoms of heat exhaustion are excessive sweating and dilated pupils. Casualty may complain of dizziness, blurred vision, headache or cramps, and most importantly, signs of shock including cold, clammy skin, weak, rapid pulse, rapid, shallow breathing, vomiting, and unconsciousness. First aid for heat exhaustion combines the first aid for heat cramps with the first aid for shock. Give the conscious casualty water or sports drinks with electrolytes and carbohydrates. If the casualty vomits, don't give anything by mouth and get medical help right away. Place them at rest in a cool place, remove excessive clothing, and loosen any tight clothing at the neck and waist. Heat stroke is a life-threatening condition where the body's temperature rises above 40 degrees Celsius. It is caused by prolonged exposure in a hot, humid environment. In classic heat stroke, the body's temperature control mechanism fails, sweating stops, and the body temperature rises rapidly. In exertional heat stroke, the body temperature rises rapidly due to heavy physical exertion in high temperatures, even though sweating continues. Elderly people and those in poor health are more likely to suffer from heat stroke. Without immediate first aid, heat stroke can result in permanent brain damage or death. In classic heat stroke, the absence of sweating will be seen, but even with exertional heat stroke, the casualty is hot to the touch and looks flushed. The casualty will be restless and may complain of headache, fatigue, dizziness, and nausea, leading to vomiting, convulsions, and unconsciousness. Lowering body temperature is the most urgent first aid for heat stroke. The casualty's life depends on how quickly this can be done. Cool the casualty quickly. Remove outer clothing and immerse the casualty in cool water up to the chin, in a pool or tub if possible. Watch their level of consciousness and protect their airway. If immersion is not possible, cover the casualty with wet sheets and fan the sheets to increase cooling, or apply cold packs to the armpits, neck, and groin areas where arteries come close to the surface and sponge the casualty with cool water. Call for medical aid.